Day two at the palatial Aberdeen Hilton Garden Inn. I was reading everyone's results or posts on uh, the first project, and there are some statements out there that I thought I could help folks with um, as we go into project two. A little bit of history so you understand where I'm coming from. Back when my children were in elementary school, I was one of the coaches for the uh, Lego robotics team at their school, and we're teaching second to sixth grade kids that had never seen robotics, never programmed anything in their life, and getting them started on this journey. And one of the things that I always taught every one of the classes at the very beginning of the season was that the robot, or in your case for this project, for project two, the Arduino or Raspberry Pi, whatever it is you've chosen as your programming platform, will only do what you tell it to do. And the kids, in the case of the kids, usually the first or second session, before we got any of the Lego parts out and started playing with them, um, we'd go outside and I'd have them stand in a line, and I'd tell them that, okay, you're going to, from the first person on the right side, for instance, to the last person on the left, each one of you is going to give me an instruction. And the goal of all of this is to get me from where I start to, and I'd point out an arbitrary point out in the parking lot, preferably somewhere that I couldn't run off of a cliff or get hurt. And I said, you guys give me one instruction, and I'm going to be your robot, and I will do whatever you tell me to do. But the goal is to get me from point A to point B. And I'd always start myself pointed in the wrong direction and standing still with a towel over my head so I can't see. So literally, I do whatever they tell me to do, and their instructions are, you know, turn left or right, uh, take a step, take 10 steps, stop, go, whatever. Simple, one word uh, instructions. And invariably, the first person would say turn left or right, and I would stand there with a towel on my head doing this. And they'd start laughing. No, 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 stop. And I'd stop. Say, see, your robot only does what you tell it to do. You told me to turn right, so I'm turning right. So keep that sort of thing in mind as you go forward, for those of you that haven't done this before. Um, and that will help you get your code, any code that you're writing yourself. Um, Try to break it down into the simplest steps possible. And remember that it's only going to do what you tell it to do. Um, and you'll get your robot to go from point A to point B, or your project to do whatever it's supposed to do. And we'll all produce art, and it'll be beautiful. Anyway, I hope this helps. That's what we're supposed to do in these peer groups, right? Is learn from one another's experiences. And I will say this: any of you that have the opportunity to uh, reach out and work with the first group on those Lego robotics competitions and work with a team, there is nothing more rewarding than watching those young kids in brainstorm sessions, because they haven't been polluted with all of the things that they can't do. So everything is possible. And in their brainstorm sessions, everything is possible. And it's wonderful, and it's a lovely thing to experience and to remind you that we've been beaten down over our years. Whether you're a ninth grader that's taking this class, or you're an old grizzled veteran like me, it serves to remind us that things are more possible than we may think, and putting limitations on yourself is not a good thing. Have a good one, and I'll see you from Austin on my next video. Take care.